Ready? Mm-hmm. I'll call this meeting to order. It is Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. It's 12 p.m. and we're here to review Title VI plan for the 2025 certification and assurances review. And I will turn that over to Colleen, our grants administrator.
Thank you. It's a two-parter of this. The first is our Title VI plan, and that is something that we have in place, but it's been out there for a bit. 2019 is, as far as I can tell, when everything was reviewed and adopted through regulations coming from FTA, so part of our bus grants, the transportation thing. They wanted a formal Title VI plan adopted for that. As I was reviewing and looking through what it all encompassed and what the county already had and the multiple pieces, it just made sense to bring all of it together that we could. Because Title VI is just it's a legislation for civil rights. And so that's part of our requirements to comply with civil rights is have Title VI plans, grievance procedures, forms, everything out there, the language, the whole 9 yards. So this is all about making sure that we're not violating any Title VI. The only difference was the FAA, and that's all handled through what Trey does. So our Title VI is already compliance for the airport, so that was not something that I worked on putting this into that. So I put together a template that had all the checkpoints from the FTA, worked with other counties and cities and what are they doing and what's working for them. Asked Brittany a lot of information. She gave me a whole lot of information on putting that together as well. And so I sent the template over to them, and she reviewed it, pulled out some of the things that after the funding pause and some of the changes regulatorily that were no longer relevant. So we modified that one after that. And so now we have this beautiful 11-page Title VI, but then there's some appendices that go along with that. So the plan that I'm presenting today is specific to our FTA, and that will go in with we have a site review coming up in a couple weeks for our buses. So that'll be a part of the compliance that they're checking off. But it also will be something that we can update on the website and update all of our Title VI compliance information on the website as well.
Okay. And this will work for grants for the roads and everything. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's why I put sections in here of the program areas. Yep. So we've got the public works and the permitting and all of those things, just to make sure that every department that may have interactions with the public in those ways. Sheriff's Department I did not put in. That would be, they have their compliances, but I didn't specifically call them out in this plan.
Okay.
I know, a lot of information.
Yeah, I saw that. I went through it. Yeah.
So the actual Title VI is 11 pages, but it does incorporate all of the things that we have in multiple pieces out on the website. The appendices, we have the complaint form, which is the same one. I just changed the contact information on it. And that was grievance previously to that. The certifications and assurances, we do have an FY25 that we are getting signed. It is very similar. There's very few changes on it. Ben is reviewing that right now, and then he has to sign off as legal counsel, and that will come before you guys. Or if you approve,
that's kind of the same one we signed last year.
It is. Every year we sign the same thing. They change very little from year to year.
Okay.
And then we have our limited English proficiency plan. Again, when I went through this, there's quite a few things that could be changed, but it was more stats than the meat of what our language, our limited proficiency plan is about. And so I left it, other than changing contact information, left it as it was adopted in 2019.
Okay.
We can take a look at that, and if there's concerns from FTA on this, we would definitely update it. But as far as I could tell, our plan is solid. It just has some stats that are outdated from the 2000 census rather than the 2020 or 2010 census rather than our current one. And again, same thing. It has the the options for languages, the surveys, and any complaint forms that we have on this. So as far as I could tell, we covered all the bases and have all the information, and we'll be able to get everything updated if you guys will pick this.
Okay. Anything further on your guys'
Nothing else from my end. As I noted, Colleen, before we started, Ms. Kiana Fitzhugh is the intern in our office from Gonzaga University Law School. She worked hand in hand with one of our attorneys on it, so it got to be a learning exercise for her, and she also got to contribute by doing some of the work, some of the review, some of the statutory compliance cross-checking that's involved in our office as we're going through these types of contracts and policies. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for helping us.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we would just need a motion to approve it. Okay.
Do we want to do this in two separate?
Yes, please.
Yeah. I move to approve the Title VI plan for ITD as written.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And I move to approve the fiscal year 25 certifications and assurances.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Then we'll sign it and. Okay.
And I'll get my final review on that done. I have not gotten to it yet, but we'll make it happen. So,
All right.
All right.
Any other further questions? We're adjourned. Thank you.
Okay.